What is going on, everybody? It is the Naughty Investor here. I hope you're having a great day. So my last video on technical analysis got a really positive response. A lot of people liked it, so I'm likely going to turn it into a weekly series, probably about one video a week in regards to the specific niche of cryptocurrency technical analysis. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it in the description. Make sure you check it out when you're done watching this, because it's really awesome to have two techniques under your belt and gives you a lot more wiggle room when it comes to trading, because certain techniques do better in different markets. My last technique focused on getting those small gains and stacking them up, a little bit lower risk than this one. This technique is basically trying to get the bigger gains, and it's doing so using moving average crossings, specifically exponential moving average crossings. So the difference between exponential and just a normal moving average is exponential puts more weight on the most recent price action, or the most recent prices, I should say. Now, another thing we're going to be using is volume, okay? And I am using the Neo to Bitcoin chart on here, so I'm not going to do the conversions in this video for exactly how much you would be making on each trade. You guys could do that, or maybe I'll do a separate video on that, but I am going to show you guys the technique. This is a technique I use pretty often. It has a tiny bit more risk, but it does get bigger gains. So before I get into that, let me actually just remove everything. Start with a blank slate so I could really help you guys build this out from the ground up. First things first, you go to Insert Indicator, and you're going to type in EMA. So you click that. All right, and then you're going to click on it, okay? And you're going to change it, make this one orange, and you're going to change the input to 13. All right, you're going to make this one 13. And you're going to click the blue one that you put up. All right. Change that one to 34, and you're going to make that one a lighter blue, just so you can see it a bit better, okay? So here we are. We have our EMAs up, which is really good. Now we're going to put Insert Indicator and put on Volume, okay? Volume, and then you're going to click on your volume. The volume is the thing on the bottom. You're going to click it twice, go to Inputs, all right? You're going to change that to 10. And you're going to click Show MA. That just means Show Moving Average. All right, so here we are. We have everything set up, but what's it all mean? So, the general strategy for this, the trigger that causes you to buy, are two things. You want to see a crossing of the orange line going under the blue line, okay? And you want to see a spike in volume. Now, you can just make money doing the crossings. A lot of people just play the crossings and don't worry about volume too much. But if you want to negate some of that risk, having the volume there adds another aspect to this that could help you avoid buying something that's going to fall further, and then you have to hodl a little bit longer. And again, I do hold a lot of cryptocurrencies, but I also trade. My general strategy is I trade altcoins and I reinvest them into other altcoins that I'm bullish on and whatnot. I do also hodl Neo, but I'm just doing Neo for the purpose of this video. So you see this orange line right here. And let me get my drawing tool out. I'll make that nice bright red. Crosses over under this blue line. So the short-term moving average is crossing the long-term moving average. So this is generally a bearish sign. Price is dropping, okay? So you see that, and that's indicated here. Price drops. You also see a spike in volume, okay? So you see this long green bar pop up. You see this pierce it. So so right here is where you would be buying, all right? So it's I'm not going to do the conversions. You guys could tell that I'm not going to go do the exact conversions, but you guys could kind of do that on your own, and maybe I'll do a separate video on that. So you're buying right here, all right? And then where are you selling? You're going to be selling at the opposite crossing. So you're going to sell when the orangey line goes above the blue line, okay? So right here you see a crossing. So let's match this up. Where would you be selling? You would be selling all the way up here at this spike. So there is a lot of distance between there, and that's a pretty decent profit margin, all right? So let's look at another potential situation where that would come into play. So right here, you see a crossing, another type of crossing where the orange line goes under the blue line, just like over here. And you see price, there's not a ton of volume, okay? So this is one where you might want to skip out on because there's not that volume spike. The volume spike adds another layer of protection for you so you don't make as many mistakes in this. And now, in general, what I have seen with people doing this is still a beginner technique, much like the last video, which again is in the description, much like the last video, a beginner technique. This also is gonna, when you first start off, you'll probably have about a 5-to-1 win ratio, as far as 5 good trades for 1 bad trade, if you're using volume too. If you're not using volume and you're just playing the crossings, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit lower because you're going to have probably a couple more misfires in there. Now, as you can see over here, we're starting to see a potential bullish crossing because you see this reversing with Neo. You see this, there's a little crossing here, but we don't know exactly where this is going to go. But we do see volume. We do see a ton of volume. So another play you could do is you could buy it. If you're trying to go really quickly, you could potentially try and make money buying the rise. You see this start to rise a bit. You start to see the formation of a crossing. Buy it here. See it rise and you sell it a little bit higher. That's another potential profit for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and sharing this video. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Actually, you can't share videos on Instagram. That was stupid of me to say. But I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.